Yo, Mikey.
Yo, look at my man Big E.
Yo, look at
That
him
man living his,
though.
he living his best single uh 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 WWE championship life right now. Look at that man.
And look at the titties next to him. Woof.
He looking the wrong way.
Yeah, he really is though. Like, I mean, granted,
He
he
looked
is.
like he just finished looking at him and now he turned away. He caught himself like he turned away.
Yeah, it does look like that. Or like they probably had their fun, so he's still smiling.
Look at the dude next to him. The dude next to him looked like he was looking too and he got caught.
Oh shit!
Yo, the white dude looked like he got caught too.
You talking about
He got
homie?
the belt on him? That's the belt right there he got? No, that's his shirt.
Yeah, no,
Biggie out here doing big things right now. Biggie out here doing what he's supposed to be doing.
that's our man.
Smiling. That was at the boxing game. That was at the boxing match yesterday.
Yo, but he's doing what the company asked him to do.
Listen, he said he could do it, and he's doing it. So
We did it.
yeah, I'm happy. I'm glad. It's about time. It's about time for Big E.
I think though, I'm gonna go on the Instagram later, post this up, and say caption this.
Facts.
But what up?
Yo, what's
Yo,
good?
we back, man.
It's a fact.
When's the
You
last
gotta
time?
get a banner for. You gotta make a banner for this.
Yeah, we do, but we still gotta figure out a name for this shit.
That's a fact.
Can't make
That's
a banner
okay.
if
We'll
we don't
figure
know
that
the
shit
name of
out.
this yet. The
That'll
title,
come
up there. It says I'll name
up
this
there.
podcast later.
Yeah, I
Cause
don't
we
see that.
oh
That's okay.
shit! I thought it would say when you walk into the recording room. That's gay.
Yeah, no, I don't see it. But I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's not there. Oh,
But who might you be, sir?
it's myself, the one and only myself, Michael Bostic, aka Heel Classic,
AKA,
the Grammar Jerk,
AKA.
soon to be. Uh, I don't know what I'm gonna do with the Grammar Jerk. We can talk about that later. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna
The
do.
grammar asshole.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a
Yo,
fact.
my what's up, guys? It's your homegirl Ivy. Oh
This shit
man.
is wild.
Let's hope you still
But
like us after 115 today. But even if you don't, I don't give a fuck.
no, listen, everybody's gonna like me. I just got something I gotta say, but that's gonna be for later. So whenever this comes out, if y'all missed it, y'all missed it. But that's gonna come out later. But here
So
we are once again, here to
we,
talk and rap about this wrestling world that we live in.
because we haven't done
Uh,
this in about a year,
yeah, it's been a while.
and the last time,
Doing the
the last time
wrestling.
we did it, I think we were too high and giggling because we were at the
That's
stage.
I think we never even finished that. I don't think
We
we ever
couldn't.
finished it.
We were too smacked.
We was smacked. We was smacked that
We
day.
thought
We
this was a
couldn't. We
good
didn't
idea.
finish it. And then just life just started happening. That was yeah. That was a little more than a year ago, actually.
I mean, we
A
could
little
catch
more
up
than that.
really
I feel like
quickly.
that was summer. I feel like
So
that was summer.
what was life like for you since then? Do a little quick catch up.
In the past year, shit, that last year.
You celebrated an anniversary.
Yeah, right. Like I just celebrated an anniversary yesterday. Me and Janelle. So last year this time, I was in a pretty dope space. In my life. You know what I'm saying?
I think
I really, it's really a blur for me. We were coming slowly out of the pandemic at that point. Um, nah, it was nothing really spectacular happened.
what are you talking about? We had a whole job slam. You
No, I
wearing the
mean,
shirt?
no, I'm talking about in the beginning, like then, and then just
Oh,
moving forward, like this time last year, we wasn't really doing anything. Um, No, of course we did Jabba Slam with Jabba Tears. We were there, we sponsored a match.
Yo, we sponsored the
which was
fest.
a dope indie event, like really, really dope indie wrestling event. That if you guys weren't there for, you guys missed out like 110%. It was Battle Club Pro and Jobber Slam. They put it, Jobber Tears podcast. They put it together. Um,
Is it
and
official,
sponsors
by
and
the
stuff
way?
really good. What?
Is it official with
Yeah, what official?
Battle Club?
Oh yes, that's yes. Janelle said yes to Battle Club Pro being co-owner. She said yes last weekend at their Do the Right Thing show that Battle Club hosted. So she said yeah, and so now she is co-owner of Battle Club Pro, which is dope. I'm super proud of her.
She's like one of
I
the.
knew I knew she was gonna take it. I've always known that she was gonna take
I
it.
mean,
It was never.
who wouldn't?
Well, it just depends. It really just depends on where you're at in life. You know what I'm saying? With everything that she had going on, and I told her this. So everything you have going on in your life right now, I wouldn't be surprised if you said no, and I would be okay with it if you said no. You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't sit here and be like, oh, go ahead and take it, blah blah blah. Everything personally you have going on right now in your life.
And it's not
You
a
saying
wrestling work.
no to
It's an
something,
actual wait. It's not a wrestling work. It was a legitimate offer.
a legitimate offer.
Okay, just want to make sure, just in case.
Legitimate. Yeah, no, it was a legitimate offer. Wasn't a work. It was a legitimate offer. And like I said, just with everything that she had going on personally, I was just like, yo, if you said no, you wouldn't be wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. But I think for her, it was always going to be a yes. She just wanted time to really just think about it and really just weigh everything on the table, which I'm glad that she was able to do. Because a lot of us don't get those opportunities. Usually when offers like this come up, it's like, yo, you got to take it now, or it's not going to be there. But I'm proud of her. I'm glad that she stepped up because I know this is one of the things that she once wanted to do and wanted to get into, and to have an Afro Latina woman in this wrestling world as an owner of a promotion. That's where have you heard that? Where have you seen that? So shout out to her for
We're proud
breaking
of
those
you.
barriers down. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Breaking those barriers down. And I think she really downplays it because she's not a spotlight girl and everything like that, but she knows like what that means and what it stands for. So, I let her kind of downplay herself and be like, oh, it's not all that, but it is. And I know she knows it is. So,
well, congratulations, Janelle. Wow. Congratulations, Janelle. You honestly deserve it all
it's a fact.
uh, and more. Congratulations on your anniversary. I still
Thank
remember
you.
that podcast where you guys met each other.
I know.
You
On a
were happy.
podcast, on a podcast talking about wrestling.
Oh my God, it was Kismet.
Yeah, it was
But speaking of wrestling,
uh
you know that reason we're here, right?
correct.
A lot of shit has been going on.
Absolutely, a whole lot of shit. We just had a draft. We have a new WWE champion. It's no longer Bobby Lashley. Uh, Roman has been over 400 days. I think
He's
he
in
just
the
hit 400. I think he just hit 400.
yeah, the
Or
year
it's
in.
close to it. Yeah, close to it. Um, it's been a great time to be a WWE fan. AEW is running the demos. They got CM Punk is back. Daniel Bryan is there.
Christian Cage.
Um, Christian Cage. They just signed a bunch of established stars. Um, so as much as I'm not a fan of AEW, they have been looking pretty decent these past couple of days.
I
Um,
like. I saw the 2 year anniversary of AEW, right?
right.
Because that's been my date night with Ramon. He'll pick
Uh,
me up from work if I'll smoke a blunt, and then we'll just watch AEW.
right.
And then he'll leave, and I'll watch Roads to the Top.
Mhm.
Um, I also remember watching like one of the first AEW episodes and see how much things changed.
Mhm.
So I really do appreciate their growth.
Mhm.
Um, but I'm not gonna lie, they're doing with the talent what WWE didn't.
AEW puts me to sleep, so that's why I don't watch it
How?
as often.
How did
Yo,
they?
you get tired. I'm tired of seeing faction heavy, um, tag team heavy. Everybody is in a group in there. Everybody is part of a group. Um, they're making room for the WWE star, the ex WWE stars to take over, as opposed to taking the talent that they signed 2 years ago off of the indies and making them grow. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of different. There's a lot of different things. Like I get what they're doing because it's essentially the WWE model, and Tony Khan is really paying attention to what Vince does, even if he may not say it out loud. But he's just doing the
I don't
same thing
know.
that Vince does with Brock Lesnar and The Rock and whatever. He gets these guys to come in, these older stars to come in, and they sign these year-long deals for 12 matches a year, and that's fine. It gets people to watch. AEW has a indie feel to it, which I think the hardcore wrestling fans are clamoring for, which is why they always talk about the difference between pro wrestling and sports entertainment, where WWE does sports entertainment. They're here to just entertain. That's what it is. The wrestling is a I want to say afterthought, but that's part two of what they do. It's not the forefront anymore. Whereas pro wrestling, AEW feels as if pro wrestling is the entertainment, and that's what a lot of the fans want to see. They don't want to see the silly gimmicks and the you know what I'm saying. They want to see more just wrestling,
And that's
and I
what
think
that's
that's
what
what
I
AEW gives.
and I personally that's what I appreciate sometimes because it's like I look forward to when I watch WWE. I look forward to watching Big E.
Right.
Like his works and everything, it gets me in. Now I'm a little more interested in the Roman stuff now that they brought Brock Lesnar back because I'm so tired of Roman saying acknowledge me every Friday.
I mean, that's what he's supposed. He's supposed to make you feel bad. He's a heel. You're not supposed to like that. He's doing his job. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I like when people say shit like that. Like, oh, I'm tired of hearing him come out every day, every week, and saying acknowledge me and this and that. You're supposed to hate him.
Yeah, but
You're not
I'm not saying it like that. I'm tired of the repetitiveness.
right. You're
Because
supposed to be.
for a whole year, like I wanted to see more family infighting. I wanted to see where they were
Oh
gonna.
no, they weren't gonna do that. Roman Reigns was best in a faction, and they finally figured that out. They finally figured that Roman Reigns works best when he has people on his side. He works the best. It worked with the Shield. People didn't like him solo in between that. Now that he's with the Bloodline, he got his family with him. We're seeing the exact same thing happening again. He works well with a mouthpiece, even though he's been the majority. He's really been the majority of his own mouthpiece for the most part. But um, he has his cousins with him, and they're building a faction that can expand because you also got Nia, you also got Naomi, um, they the Usos brothers and
But where did
NXT.
Naya get? We'll talk about that during the draft because Naya, David. I've never seen them once enlist Naya in anything.
Yeah, well, no, they acknowledge that family without really acknowledging that they're family. You know what I'm saying? It's like one of those things. Like they acknowledge that she is Samoan. Um, because she had that tag team with Tamina. So they acknowledge that she's Samoan in that way.
Yeah, but aren't they actually related? So they did not tie that. I'm talking about tying her in to something expanding that bloodline.
Well, they'll probably make it a Samoan thing, which is what low key everybody has been saying. It may not necessarily be blood related, but Samoan related. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll do it that way. You know, I think they're both second cousins to The Rock or some shit like that. So
Naya is The Rock's
yeah,
second cousin.
I don't know how, right? But I think Roman is The Rock's second cousin as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong on that. I think I remember reading something like that where they're like second cousins or some shit like that. But I would love to. I don't know if I would like to see Naya in that, but I would definitely love to see Naomi. Definitely love to see her in that.
Naomi is more likely to go in because she's related to Jimmy.
Well, she's married. Yeah, she's married to Jimmy. But I would love that for her. I would love that for her. I would love that for her. I would love to see more Naomi. I miss seeing her in the forefront of that women's division. I
Yeah.
miss that.
Like
I miss
Naomi
that.
had you excited for the women's division.
She's good. She's good. She's good at what she does. She's entertaining.
I
I
don't
would
know.
love to see her as a heel on
That would
that
be
faction, or
so.
just a heel in general. Even if she doesn't do bloodline thing, I would love to see her in that faction in a heel role in general. I think that would be a fresh change up for her.
I'm interested to see what they're doing with her and Sonya Deville.
It's a good matchup. We gonna see on Friday.
And Sonya's
We gonna
not
see on
really
Friday.
wrestling as much anymore.
Sonya don't wrestle at all. Sonya hasn't wrestled in over a year,
It's crazy,
so we're gonna see.
you know.
But yeah, no, I know people are over the Roman gimmick, but that you're supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Like at first, everybody was so hyped, like, "Yo, this is dope! This is dope! I love this! I love this!" And people were like, "Oh, it's not gonna work if you like it." You know what I'm saying? Like the heel gimmick doesn't work when you don't like it. It forces you to almost kind of be a face.
Yeah.
It almost forces you to be a face. There's gotta be many times in just wrestling history that we don't even know about where a character was supposed to come out as a heel or a face, and because of the crowd reaction, it had to change. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm sure that's happened to at least Triple H at least once, where he was supposed to come out as like a heel and end up having to change because the people like him, the people loved him, like, you know.
How are we
But
feeling about Becky being a heel?
it works for her. The women they need a good heel. Outside of Charlotte. You know, yeah. Go ahead and keep talking. I'm listening.
Um, I saw a meme, and I don't know if it was a meme, but it was a post or something, and it said no other woman in the WWE can ever really get far because they love to revolve it around the original four horsewomen.
Well, I mean, I guess that's true. I don't know. I don't know. It's right there on the counter. I don't know. What their end goal is because we were three of the four weren't even here. Bailey hasn't been here. Sasha just came back, and Becky was gone. It was only Charlotte. So I don't know how true that could be. Three of them were gone.
I mean, but
Two
hold
of
on.
them are back now. Two of them are back now. But I mean, they never. Who was running the division? Who was running the women's division before them. Bianca was for a hot second, and Charlotte. I'm just trying to think who else had the title.
Okay. So before Becky and Charlotte had their titles,
I'm just trying to think in the last year.
Bianca and Asuka had them.
Bianca, Asuka, right? Asuka's been hurt.
And then before Bianca, it was Bayley.
Well,
Okay.
let's put it. And I think a lot of times, and I hate that I use this because I always say that shit all the time, but I hate thinking of WWE as a business, but in the standpoint of like what the four horsewomen do, like they bring the money. People are not cheering for the other girls. The reason why Bianca got the pop that she got and why she's still prevalent in this is because the fans clamored for her for from jump from jump when the Street Profits first came and she came with them and then they sent her back. They clamored for her. Like they wanted her there. Like so it worked because they wanted her. She was over enough that they wanted her there. These other stars are not, they don't make that same impact. These other women, they're not making that same impact. So that's why they started putting them in tags.
But they were never given the chance to.
Well,
you cannot. I understand business wise they might make the most money, but how much can these four women carry one division?
But you also have to remember that once again, it's a time sensitive issue. They're already not giving women enough time on TV. They're giving them 3 slots maximum on TV, and they're all short slots. So you're not going to be able to fit all of the women on TV. So you got to take the ones that you know are going to bank. You have to. Like you can't use those time slots in those short amount of time to try to get over somebody that we're not sure of. Instead of just giving it to Sasha or giving it to Becky or giving it to whoever to boost ratings for that time slot that they're gonna have it.
But weren't they at one point doubted the same way we're talking about right now?
Right, but they were doubted in NXT. By the time they came up to the main roster, they was already established.
I'm just saying because the same chances you could give to them, why would you bring people up to your roster if you don't believe they have the talent to be the ratings person?
Because now after a while people get tired of seeing you fight the same people. Yeah, remember the women's division is small on top of that. There's not that many women in the women's division, and half of them are trapped up in the tag team now. So now you pretty much got the same 5 or 6 women on each show fighting for the same titles on each show. And yeah, let's bring up somebody else to make it look a little fresh, but they still not going go nowhere. They just to make it look like they're not beating up on the same people every week.
So talking about beating up the same people every week, let's get into the draft results. I have them right here.
Okay, let's go through it because I missed the night 2 of the draft, that Raw. No, I didn't. I caught it.
Isn't that your date night with Janelle?
Yeah, I had caught it like 8:30. I started watching it 8:30.
All right. So in Raw, we have Big E, Randy Orton, Riddle, Edge, Keith Bearcat Lee, Rey Mysterio, Dominic Mysterio, Austin Theory, Bobby Lashley, Seth Rollins, Damian Priest, AJ Styles, Almost, Kevin Owens, the Street Profits, Finn Balor, Karrion Kross, Gable Stevenson, Drake Maverick, Reggie, Akira Tozawa, Chad Gable, and Otis. I forgot what their faction was called. I'm sorry. The Alpha Academy?
Yes.
R-Truth, John Morrison, T-Bar, Apollo Crews, Commander V, Dolph the Dirty Dogs, Jackson Riker, Veer, Shelton Benjamin, Cedric Alexander, and The Miz. The
Okay.
women.
Before you even go on,
Okay.
I could have sworn that Jackson Riker got released. I'm almost positive.
Already?
If I go on my phone and look, Jackson Riker got released. I don't. I'm not. I remember sending Janelle the article saying Jackson Riker was. So this is the second time that I've seen him on this list when I know he's been released. So it's just weird to me that that name keeps coming up, unless they re-signed him and I
I
just
think
didn't hear it.
I think they re-signed him because
Okay.
um he was released from TNA in 2017.
No, he got released recently, like from WWE, like recently. Like that's what I mean. Like he just got released. I'm gonna see if I can find an article, yo, because I'm almost certain that that happened. Let's see
Do we
right
agree with this Raw draft?
now.
I I love Kevin in SmackDown, but that's just because I'm really partial with SmackDown. Like
I um I don't have I don't have a problem with him being with that Raw joint. I don't have a problem with that at all.
who do you think outside of Big E is gonna get a push on this list?
On the Raw, uh, hmm, a push versus Big E.
Other than Big E, who do you think will be
Other than Big E, I can see Riddle getting a little push.
for what? Like
Um,
against
it'll be a mid card title.
against
Uh,
Priest?
yeah. Uh
Okay. Riddle against
huh.
Priest at one point.
I see Apollo Crews getting a small little push because he's back fighting. He's gonna be back fighting against Big E. So I see that happening because that was one of the things that me and Janelle was like, whoa. So that can happen again. Um,
Do you see Apollo
I'd
Crews
like to see
getting over this gimmick he's on?
no, because I think as much as we as the wrestling fans, like hardcore wrestling fans, complain about it, I think a lot of people actually like the game. I to be honest with you, I don't really have a problem with it either.
I'm impartial.
I don't
Um,
really have a problem with. I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's terrible. His accent to me has gotten better over time. So um, let's see who else. I think Seth Rollins eventually. Um, they're pushing Karrion Cross a little bit. I'd probably see that.
I hope they do
Uh,
something with Keith Lee.
yeah, I think they'll mid card him for a little bit,
I
which I
think
think they should.
he, I hate that he had so much momentum in the beginning and WWE squashed him a little bit.
Um, yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't know how. I don't know how I feel about Keith the come up for Keith Lee. To be honest with you, I I don't know if um, he was just 100% ready to be up here. I think we just wanted him to be up here. Turn it. No. Yes. No. At any point. Okay. There we go. Yeah. No. I just don't. I don't think he was 100% ready to be called up, and I think that's what happened with him. I think that's just what happened. I think he's ready now. The little Bearcat gimmick. I'm not upset with it. No, I'm not mad at it at all. To be honest.
You know, I learned that he was paying the Bearcat name. He was paying homage to.
Yeah. Yeah. I knew that.
Listen, I love the one thing about being a wrestling fan right now is that the world is so inclusive that even if you don't know some things, it's still okay.
Yeah. I mean, listen. I started watching wrestling for real, and like '99. Like I was watching before then, but like really getting into wrestling, I didn't really start until like '99. So I was already in well deep into like Attitude Era shit. Um, a lot of people was watching wrestling before that. So everybody starts off differently. They start off in different places in wrestling, and that's okay. It's okay. But yeah, no, I think some of those guys will get pushes. You know, it'll be it. You know why it's good that Big E is champion because now we get to see other feuds. I know we'll start to see whatchamacallit on SmackDown again.
Well,
What's the guy I don't like?
so you want me to go to the SmackDown roster?
Go to SmackDown. Go to SmackDown roster. Drew McIntyre. We're gonna see him a lot on SmackDown now. He's gonna get a push on SmackDown, of course.
So on the
Um,
men's side of SmackDown, we have Roman Reigns, Drew McIntyre, Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods, The New Day, Happy Corbin and Madcap Moss, Isaiah Scott, Top Dollar, Ashanti Adonis, Jeff Hardy, Jimmy and Jay, King Nakamura, Rick Boogs, Sheamus, Eric and Ivar, Ricochet. I feel bad. They never do anything with Eric and Ivar anymore. Um,
Eric and the Viking Raiders.
no, like for a championship?
That's the Viking Raiders, right?
Yes.
Ew. You're not serious, are you?
I mean, they deserve a little push. Come on, they're the last tag team.
How? Why?
Listen, they've been giving
No, that.
every tag team a shot. Give the
Yeah,
Viking
no,
Raiders.
they weren't it. They're not it.
So rebrand them, do something with them.
Mm. They gotta change that whole gimmick. They gotta change that Viking shit.
Like, just do something with them. Just stop leaving them to do the same shit every week.
I mean, they were champions for a hot second, but nobody was going for it. Nobody was
Umberto
going for it.
Carrillo times 2. Got drafted into SmackDown.
Yeah.
Cesaro, Ridge Holland, Sami Zayn, Drew Gulak, Mace, Mustafa Ali,
Hmm.
Mansoor, Jinder Mahal, Shanky.
I I marked out when Cesaro was going to SmackDown, not realizing that he was already on SmackDown. Me and Janelle marked out. We was like, oh, that's fire. And then we looked and we was like, oh, he's already on SmackDown.
How much did you smoke that day?
Yo, we legit didn't know where Cesaro was at. I'm dead ass. Like we was both like we was probably smacked, but we dead marked out though for real, for real. I don't know why we always thought he was on. I just felt like I saw him all the time, so he was on Raw because I don't watch SmackDown often, so that's probably why I thought he was on Raw. But we just felt like that's a fresh look for him. Like that would be a fresh look. But I
Nope,
like him on SmackDown either way.
kind of not too fresh.
Yeah, I like him on SmackDown.
All right, so how are we feeling about the men's roster right now? Other than Cesaro being on the same roster he's been on.
So look, I think both rosters are solid. With
Do you think the
Roman,
Bar
it
will
kind of
come
gives
back?
no, no. I think Roman it gives Roman a few new feuds. Um, because nobody at this point is beating Roman. It'll be somebody from this updated roster that does it though. More
I'm,
than like they'll probably more than likely make it Drew, and they're gonna try to make that the
I'm,
rivalry.
I'm not
Drew
gonna.
and
I'm sorry. No, I don't want to see Drew be the one take the belt off Roman.
I Drew is boring to me, so I wouldn't want. But I have a feeling because they're gonna push that. Like, look,
If they do that,
they're protecting the hell out of Roman, and I'm glad. Is it raining outside? No.
no.
Um, yeah, they'll protect the hell out of Roman, but they'll give it to somebody who they'll feel is worthy enough. And I'm sure Roman will have to also agree, which is why I know Brock Lesnar's not gonna do it. Listen, if he beats when he beats Brock Lesnar, you gotta understand that he will have beaten the guy who beat the Undertaker, who he also had beaten. So who really could take the belt from him?
I was gonna ask you that same question.
Who really could take the belt from him? If he beat the man who beat the Undertaker and he beat the Undertaker himself at WrestleMania, who could really take the belt from him? Everybody was talking about, oh, it's Finn Balor. Finn Balor would never be the one to take the belt
No,
from Roman.
no,
Could never, could
no.
never, could never. It would have somebody would have to come back after being away for so long to take the belt. It low key have to be like Dean Ambrose or some bullshit. For real, for real.
Hell no,
That's who it would have to be. That
no,
would be the only person. Yo, there's
no.
legit nobody on the roster, bro.
Moxley will not. Unless
No, I mean he won't, of course. But I'm just saying that would to me would be acceptable in him losing. You know what I'm saying?
can we think of
Seth
something?
could take it from. Look, Seth would be another one who could take it from him. I wouldn't
I,
be upset if
okay,
it was Seth.
I'd be okay with that.
I wouldn't be upset if it was Seth. I wouldn't be upset with that. I'll be honest with you. But who's really like when he beats Brock Lesnar, who can take the belt from him?
It's
Who would
not
have to
gonna
beat him?
be John.
Whoever beats him can't beat him clean. Whoever had to beat him couldn't beat him clean. I low key thought it was gonna be John Cena. Maybe it'll be The Rock.
I would like to just see them fight in general.
Like that's what I would. That's like I told you, it would have to be somebody returning from a hiatus. It would have to be The Rock. It would have to be. The Rock would be the only one to really legitimately take it from him. We're probably that's a WrestleMania level match, so we're looking at another 6 months
That
with him
happens,
on the belt.
if that
Six,
happens,
7 months.
we are putting our tickets down. We are flying to WrestleMania.
In Texas, though,
They wouldn't do it in Texas.
Survivor Series it's in Texas this year.
Ew.
Yeah, the next one's in Texas. We're gonna probably go to the following one, the one in Vegas.
I'm with that.
Yeah, I don't know if I could do Texas, but
So, oh my God.
Survivor Series is here in New York. All right, what's up?
Well, first of all, we out for Survivor Series.
Yeah, no, that's already ready. That's already done.
Oh, you got your tickets already?
Well, I don't know if they've been sold yet, but that's already a foregone conclusion.
Let
It
me
will
know.
be at
Let me
Survivor
know
Series.
how much it is.
Okay.
So they're gonna do WrestleMania in Las Vegas, and we know there's gonna be a casino theme, clearly, right? Can't get away from that. AEW's event Grand Slam was all casino themed.
Right.
They recently did their version of Money in the Bank with the casino chip.
Which I like. I like
It's
that casino
it's really
shit.
dope.
The Joker shit. I like that. I'm not even upset at that.
Yeah, so it's like, are they gonna start copying AEW then for WrestleMania?
I don't think so. I don't think so. WrestleMania is gonna be WrestleMania. So I don't think they're gonna have anything different than the formula that they usually have. Maybe as far as how they promote it, maybe, but WrestleMania, regardless, is always going to be a stacked card. So they're not going to have time to do anything new. Or well, let me not say that, but they're not going to have any time to do anything gimmicky. So we'll see.
So
We'll see.
now we got the women's.
Okay, let's go through the women's.
All right, so the women for Raw: Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley, and Nikki Ash. Becky Lynch, Alexa Bliss, Carmella, Nia Jax, Zelina Vega, Doudrop, Dana Brooke, Liv Morgan, Mia Yim, Tamina, Tegan Knox. Why don't we?
What's her name is not with Tamina?
No, didn't they lose the title?
Oh, so they
Natalia.
split them up.
Yeah.
And Tamina?
Yeah, they split. They got split
Oh
up.
no. I like them
I
together.
like them too.
No. That's not good.
They needed people,
Wow.
but look, the women's roster on Raw has 14, while SmackDown has 10. Charlotte Flair
Well,
beat
Raw's
that.
3 hours. Raw's three
Don't
hours.
matter.
Even if you
Don't
look at,
matter.
yeah, it does matter because they don't have the time. Where they gonna have the time to pull those people? That's why if you look at SmackDown's men's versus SmackDown versus Raw's men's, they have twice as much. What is it? 36 to what?
To
29.
29.
So what? Yeah, that's enough. And half of them people on SmackDown not getting shown. Half of them on tag team. Oh
No,
man.
I mean
So
the
you
only
got
person.
Kofi and Xavier is a tag team. Happy Corbin and Madcap Moss is together, even though he's technically singles.
Well, Madcap is like a valet for him.
Right, right. But you got Jimmy J Uso, Nakamura, Rick Boogs. They tag team together. Eric and Ivar, Humberto Carrillo, Angel Garza, Mustafa Ali and Mansoor, Jinder Mahal, and Shanky probably gonna tag team. What happened to the other dude that was with them? Oh, they must have split them up too. Everybody they picked on SmackDown, almost everybody's in a tag team. Almost everybody's in a tag team. You see, they're gonna have enough time to do all that in 2 hours.
But the
See what I'm
women,
saying? Like the women is gonna be the same thing. But the women, I think I see what they did. They're just making more competition for Charlotte. Because who is Charlotte for on this list, legitimately, besides Shayna and Sasha?
I would like to see like Charlotte versus Xia Li and see what happens.
Yeah, that'd be fire. You know, I'm big Naomi all day, so
Yeah, no,
that's who I'd love to see.
Naomi, of course, but that's gonna happen at one point.
Right, 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 right.
I think
I'm for that push always.
I want to see no, I
Shotzi
would like
Blackheart.
I would like to see Shotzi versus Sasha
Yeah,
and Tony versus Naomi.
Tony Storm. Yeah, that would be interesting. That would be interesting.
And maybe Natalia. No, Natalia versus Shayna should not.
Natalya gonna be enhancement now. She had her chance. They had them titles. That's it for her. She washed. They didn't give her the title all this time, bro. They're not gonna do it. They. I don't. They. Natalya had her chance, and it just never worked with her, bro. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Don't get it.
So we got
But
a
no, both women's look. I'll be honest with you. Both women's rosters look solid, solid roster. I mean, not even, and that's not even the whole roster. That's just the picks. That's just the picks. You're gonna see more and less, and you know what I'm saying. That's how it's gonna work. But it's not like it's raining.
Don't do that.
No, but yeah, no. It's solid roster, solid. It looks fresh. It looks like we're gonna get new feuds. You know what I'm saying? The big thing is people said somebody has said. I think I was watching Jabba Tears the other day, and the guest that they had on said that the draft is not really a draft. They're not really drafting anybody. They're just swapping people. And I
But that's what
always
they
felt that
did
way about
last
the
time.
draft. Yeah, I
But that's
always felt that way about the draft. Though. I always felt like it was just a swap and not so much of a draft. The draft should low key be for NXT. Should low key be an NXT. It should be an NXT call up.
I wish you'd do more with NXT.
Hold on. Oh, I can't hear you now. Hello?
I'm here.
Where the fuck is it coming from? Let me turn it up.
You okay over there?
Oh, okay. There you go. There you go. Yeah, no, it was. I couldn't hear you. All right. But yeah, no, all solid. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be interesting. Um, all right, so let's not be biased. Let's get into a quick little AEW thing.
No, now you don't want to be biased.
No, because
Did you
what's
really
gonna
think
happen is people's gonna listen and they're gonna be like, oh, all you do is talk about WWE, talk about AEW, you AEW haters.
and
I'm
that's
not an
why you're the
AEW hater.
protagonist?
Just because I don't like the product, just because I don't like the product doesn't mean I don't pay attention and understand what they're doing. So, and I respect it. So,
Okay, so AEW's been doing this thing. Hangman Adam Page came back, won the
right,
casino chip.
correct.
Um, so at some point we are gonna see Hangman Adam Page versus Kenny Omega.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm really stuck on Roads to the Top to tell you the truth
I
because
have
it was.
I've watched. I fell asleep on the first episode. It doesn't really capture me.
I mean,
But
I
I
like
mean,
it a little more than the Bellas right now.
I had never really got into the Bella, so
I
I'd like Total Divas for a little hot second, but the Bella shit, nah, that shit they can keep that. They can keep that shit.
Daniel Bryan, Ruby Soho, Adam Cole have all gone over there.
Yeah, which is good. Good for them. You know,
They're getting more pushes over there too, so it's like
well,
it
go where
makes.
you're happy. Go where you're happy. Go where you feel like you'll be able to contribute at a high level until you say you're not ready to contribute no more. And that's what AEW is giving a lot of their stars, especially ones that got released last year during the pandemic, is giving them a place to work. And I know Daniel Bryan wanted to work more without the strenuous travel. Look, I'm wearing a mask. Yeah. Is it raining outside? Yeah. No, it's not. Yes, it is. Uncle said it was. It is raining. Yeah, it gives them a place where they could work and be successful and make money and enjoy what they love doing for the better part of their early to adult lives. So, I can never be mad at stars doing what they do, where they say they jump ship from WWE. WWE, they travel. A lot of these people don't want to travel. They're older in age. They've given up their bodies. They've given up their strength. They've given up time with their families. Now they're ready to settle down. They still want to wrestle, but they don't want to be confined to a 300-day work year.
I don't blame them.
Hey, Daddy. What's look?
Hi, Mikey.
Because I don't know why. Stop pulling it. Stop pulling it. Stop pulling it. Yeah, he showed me. But
Mikey,
yeah.
Mikey showing off his new shirt.
Mm-hmm.
But AEW is a good product. I personally like it because, like we talked about, it gives you more fighting, gives you more combat. For me, that's interesting.
Yeah.
It's per WWE, so many promos that are being cut. It's hard to really keep up.
Oh, that's the fan. I'm like, yo, what did that sound?
All right, Mikey, we're at the home stretch. We're talking about
All right. AEW.
we've
What is it? What is it that you like about AEW? Let me ask that. Besides the fact that they wrestle more, what is it about AEW that captures you as a fan?
So you want to hear something, and it's gonna sound stupid, maybe. They look like they're actually happy with what they're doing.
I can agree with that. I can agree with that.
Like when Adam Cole, you gotta remember. So Adam Cole went to AEW. He's there with his He's there with his best friends and people he's worked with,
Mm-hmm.
and on top of that, he's with his girlfriend, Britt Baker.
Right.
Okay, so you get to be with the people you love all the time, doing what you love, and you get paid. That's what
Right.
makes the product great.
Right. No. But that was also the demise of WCW though.
It was, but I think because they're not going to let history repeat
The
themselves.
only thing that saves AEW right now is that Tony Khan took control of creative from everybody, and he's the one who runs creative now, and that's what saved him. If you let the wrestlers run creative, they're gonna run it to the ground. They're gonna run it to the ground. So it's good.
I think the balance that there is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sorry, Mike, I can't hear.
Yeah.
My bad, bro.
No, you good.
It just gives you that balance now that, like you said, Tony Khan is in charge of creative. So now you see more structured matches.
Right.
On top of that too, which is something that was wild in the beginning. That's what turned me off to AEW.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was all over the place in the beginning.
Right.
Um, what do you not like about AEW other than the fact it's all?
It's not that I don't really have a problem with AEW. AEW it's just a little boring to me. It's a little boring. I'm for the soap opera and theatrics and shit like that. I'm for that. Like I love that. That's what I grew up on. I love that shit. I don't want it to be reality based. I don't want that. I see enough of that. I see enough of that in real life. I don't need that on my TV. You know what I'm saying? So like that's for me. And as much as AEW is New York heavy. Like there's a lot of New York wrestlers in AEW, which I listen, a lot of them from Battle Club. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of them from these different promotions in New York. So, I appreciate, the heavy New York presence. And they will always get respect from me because of the New York presence that's there. So I'll always root for those guys, Santana and Ortiz. You know what I'm saying? Eddie Kingston, those guys. I always root for them.
Remember ringleader Midas?
Right,
You
Ringleader Midas, all of them. Like those guys. I root for them all the time. But it's just it's boring. It's getting there. Don't get me wrong. It's coming along. I was at Arthur Ashe, and I enjoyed it. It was long, but I enjoyed it. Um, but it didn't. It gives me the same feeling that TNA gave me, where I'm probably not gonna appreciate. I'm probably not gonna appreciate AEW until after it's over. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna really appreciate it till after it's over. I'm glad where WWE is going, and if AEW was in that same type of boat where it was more sports entertainment than it was wrestling, I probably would watch it more. Because it's just what I'm used to. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't care about 30-minute wrestling matches that don't mean anything in the long run. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't care about that. Like the Joker chip shit that they just had. I love those types of matches. I watch them shits all day. I like that shit. You know what I'm saying? But
So you would rather
every
watch
match
like
is an
the pay per
8-man tag. You know what I'm saying? Like it's wild. It's always an 8-man